Hello students, today we are going to introduce a new poem from the textbook Beehive. The name of the poem is Wind, written by Subramania Bharti. Let's talk about the poem, please pay attention. We all know that wind is a natural phenomenon. In this poem, the poet talks to the wind. The power of wind has been described, and the poet says that wind is destructive. He has linked the destructive powers of wind to the adversities of life and says that weak people break down but stronger people emerge out of adversities. Stronger, rather stronger. The poem gives an important message that we should be mentally tough. The poem gives an important message that we should be mentally tough and physically strong in order to survive the hardships of life. The poem gives an important message that we should be mentally tough and physically strong in order to survive the hardship of life. A weak person breaks down like a weak building and crumbles. We must make these destructive forces our friends with our strength and determination. The very first stanza that we have, wind, come softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. You may have a few new words. Poking fun means making fun of something. Weaklings refers to a person who is weak. Here, the poet is talking to the wind. He asks the wind to come softly. So, he is saying that the wind should not be very strong, loud. It should be soft and subtle. Then he says that the wind is very powerful, it is destructive, it breaks the shutters of windows and scatters the papers. When the wind is very powerful, all the books which are kept on the shelf fall down. So here the poet is describing the power of the wind. Then he says to the wind to look at the destruction that it had done. Whenever there is a strong wind, all the things that are weak, like small plants, tiny children, etc., they all get scared and they can even fall and even get hurt. We can say that in the initial part of the poem, the poet is referring to wind as a young child. He is saying that it should come softly just like a small child. He is saying that it should come softly just like a small child does. That is just like a small child, it should come softly. In the latter part, we come to know that the wind is destructive just like a youth. In the latter part, we come to the fact that the wind is destructive just like a youth, just like a young boy or a young girl who is full of energy, violence, and destruction. Then we have the next para. Frail, crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. Crumbling means falling or to cause something to break. Falling or to cause something to break. Rafter means sloping beam which support the roof of the building. Sloping beam which support the roof of the building. Here the word crumbling is repeated so many times to lay stress that everything crumbles in the face of a strong wind. Repeating. Here the word crumbling is repeated so many times to lay stress that everything crumbles in the face of a strong wind. So the writer is saying that when wind is very powerful, it is very strong. It leads to breakage of everything. Houses which are weak fall, doors which are weak fall, the beams on which the roofs of the buildings are supported, they also fall. All the wooden structures fall. All bodies of people fall. Animal lives, hearts. So he is saying that everything crumbles, everything that is weak reacts by falling down and breaking in the face of adversity. So the poet is saying that whenever a weak person faces any adversity or challenge in life, he breaks down and falls. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. This is the line that we do have up to this. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. Winnows means to break grain free of chaff. Freeing grain from chaff is known as winnowing. Winnows means to break grain free of chaff or separate grain from husk by blowing on it. The poet is addressing to wind as wind god, and he is saying that the powerful god of wind winnows. That means he shifts all the people and all those people who are weak fall down and get crushed. So here a composition so here a comparison is made between the weight and people. A comparison is made between weight and people. Just like we know the weight to separate the grain from chaff, the wind god separates the strong people from the weak people. Remember, just like we know the weight to separate the grain from chaff, the wind god separates the strong people from the weak people. When there is a strong wind, all the things that are weak fall and get crushed. Now we have the stanza. He won't do what you tell him. So come, let's build a strong homes. Let's join the doors firmly. Practice to practice to form the body. Make the heart steadfast. Do this, and the wind will be friends with us. He won't do what you tell him. So come, let's build a strong homes. Let's join the doors firmly. Practice to form the body. Make the heart steadfast. Do this, and the wind will be friends with us. The poet wants us to make friends with the wind, the adversity in our lives. The poet wants us to make friends with the wind. Wind is symbolic over here with the adversities of life. So the poet suggests us to be friended with adversities of our life. The poet wants us to make friends with the wind, that is, the adversities in our lives. He says that the problems will not listen to us, they will come, so we should be prepared. In preparation, we should build a strong homes and close the doors of our house firmly so that the wind cannot get into. And then he says that we should also make our bodies strong and hearts firm to face these challenges. And then once we are strong enough, all the challenges will be like friends. We will not feel that they are troublesome. Next para we do have the wind blows out weak fires. He makes a strong fire over and flourish. His friendship is good. We praise him every day. Flourish means grow. The poet has kept the wind on a pedestal. He is comparing the wind to God. He says that wind is good and we praise wind every day. He adds that everything that is weak gets finished off in the face of the strong wind. He adds that everything that is weak gets finished off in the face of the strong wind. And all the things that are strong flourish and grow to become stronger. He is giving us a very important message that we should not feel bad that we are facing so many challenges and adversities in life. We should make ourselves physically and mentally strong to face these challenges. And once we are strong enough, we will overcome the challenges. We will become friends with them, and then we will be happy that we had the challenges in our life because they help us become stronger and better. Let's talk about the literary devices used in the poem. Rhyme scheme. The entire poem is written in three verses. There is no rhyme scheme in the poem. The literary devices used are as follows. Anaphora. When a word is repeated at the start of two or more consecutive lines, it is the device of anaphora. Lines second, third, fourth begin with don't. Lines 6, 7, 8 begin with you. This refers to examples of anaphora. Now we have personification. Wind has been personified. When the poet says that you are, he is referring to wind. You, that means he is treating wind as a person. So personification has been used. Repetition. Crumbling is repeated many times to lay emphasis. Again we have another literary device, alliteration. The repetition of a consonant sound in close connections or after regular intervals. Wind we knows. Won't want. The word, the sound wo has been repeated at regular intervals over here. Now we have symbolism. Symbolism means that the things refers to some other things. Symbolism means that the thing refers to some other thing. The wind is a symbol. It refers to the challenges in life. He is using wind as a symbol for the adversities in our life.